I am a reasonable man. Nobody could say otherwise. I trust the evidence of my eyes. But like many others of my generation and education, I know we're not being told the whole truth. We're not being told the truth about fluoride in water. We're being lied to about diseases in cattle and visitations from other worlds. But most of all, we don't know the facts concerning the death of the 35th President of the United States. Gordon shares my view.
The angle of incidence of the so-called first shot was 42 degrees to the vertical. Fact, the so-called calculations which were made to explain the trajectory of this bullet did not take into account the torque, nor did they include the velocity of the vehicle the President was travelling in at the time. Fact, according to several witnesses on Commerce Street, this vehicle was up to 15 metres further forward when the bullet struck than the warrant's so-called commission suggest. There is only one explanation. The shot that killed the President came from within the car. If, of course, that was the President.
While we're both skeptics, I am looking for an answer. Gordon's just looking for an argument.
It was an inside job. Jackie had been planning it for years. The only possible path for the magic bullet involves it going through his ring piece. Therefore, he was shot from a manhole. It was an accident. I'll just say these few words to you. Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
If Richard likes suede, then Gordon loves satin. If Nora likes goose, then Gordon loves grouse. I see a conspiracy in the events at Dallas, so for tonight, Gordon is a fervent believer in the lone gunman theory. That's him at the end of my finger. Watch.
Right. That's it. I can't stand any more. No more Officer Tippett, no more Jack Ruby, no more umbrella man who had a photo of Fidel Castro in his wallet.
It was Ho Chi Minh, actually.
Yeah, right. According to Anthony Summers.
Enough! That's not the point. Look, Howard, this has been going on too long. Ever since we've been married, you and your basket case friends, no offense, Gordon, have been ruining our lives. How did we get from who needs an asparagus kettle to how could an exiting bullet cause such a small wound?
Well, I think we segued from that into other domestic items such as electric carving knives, which naturally called to mind the tracheotomy, and that was a rhetorical question, wasn't it?
You really are a cretin, aren't you, dear? That was a rhetorical question. We are going to have a civilized evening, and nobody is going to mention this again. We're going to discuss normal stuff. Understood? Right. Talk.
It's nice music. I like it. It's very nice.
What do you like about it?
I like the, what's it?
Piano?
No, the...
Vibes.
No. I like the, what's it? The tune. It's a nice tune. Oh, God, help us.
Gordon, I was watching a television program the other night about quantity surveying. You're quite right, it doesn't seem nearly as boring as people say. Tell me about where you're working this week.
How could they have any idea about the size of the throat wound when it was largely obscured by the tracheotomy? Answer me that.
The notes of the surgeon are quite clear on this, quite clear. The wound to the throat was a small one, considerably smaller than that to the back of the head, suggesting that the bullet passed through the front and exited at the back. And what does this suggest?
Is it something to do with Marilyn Monroe?
It suggests that he was shot from the front and not from the Texas book depository where a poor shot with an ancient rifle was being set up as a patsy.
By Martians.
Very droll. Added to which, if one examines the Zapruder film, one can see quite clearly that the president's head jerks back dramatically at the point of impact. This is firm evidence.
Firm evidence, bollocks. Even if, and say if, it was an exit wound, Kennedy could have been turning around to wave at the crowd. Let's be honest. The film is so shaky, he could have been screwing Governor Connolly while he's playing the fucking tuba.
That's not possible. That's outrageous.
Not necessarily.
Huh?
Well, he did screw a lot of people, and he was in the Navy, so
Not that, you half-wit. The notion that the president turned around through 180 degrees. Look, let's say this orange is the car moving down Elm Street. Right, now the wine bottle is the book depository, and this lump of cheese is the grassy knoll. Put some parsley on it. There.
Grassy knoll. It sounds like something from Lord of the Rings. Look yonder. Here comes the grassy knoll bearing a jewel the size of a plover's egg.
Remain silent. Right, these radishes are the various witnesses. Miss Merger here, Bowers here, Brennan. Damn, I'm out of radishes. Well, Constable Weitzman will have to be a cigarette. Superb. Now, as the car came down Elm Street, a shot was fired as it passed the pergola, which is this packet of cigarette papers here. Now, at this point...
What's the whiskey bottle?
What?
The whiskey bottle, what's it supposed to be?
It's not supposed to be anything, it's a whiskey bottle.
Thank God for that.
Right, now, as the car comes down the street, it slows down after the first shot.
Is the other orange something?
Yes, it's the railroad tower.
But oranges are cars. I get that. Oranges are cars and radishes are people.
As indeed are cigarettes.
Yeah, and cigarettes, but you can't have oranges being buildings as well as cars.
This is going well, isn't it?
Why don't we reenact the whole thing in the living room? I'm sure we could solve the mystery here and now.
Brilliant. Let's get this table out of the way.
What are you doing?
A reenactment, that's it.
It was a joke. Please, sit down. Don't do this.
Certainly not. This time, I'm going to put a stop to that monster. Here and now, I'm going to unveil him for the mountebank he is.
All right, you fat pig's arse, let's do it. Let's settle this once and for all, you and me, here and now.
Jesus, can you hear how childish you're being?
No one is being childish. This would be highly scientific, and I beg to be the president. Nora, don't you have a kind of a pink suit thing?
No, no, no. I am not doing it. I know where this will end up. I will be standing at the head of the stairs covered in strawberry yogurt.
This will sort it out forever. A proper recreation. It'll put an end to the debate. Right, let's get this table out of the way. Richard, move.
We've got an apple. The apple could be the railroad tower.
Oh, keep up. It seems we've moved from table arrangements to amateur dramatics.
Right. Bob, you have a slightly shifty look about you. You can be Oswald.
Thank you very much.
No. She's not being Oswald. I don't trust her. She won't reload the rifle quickly enough.
Oh, dear God, I dread to see the rifle.
Shouldn't you be changing, dear? All right, Gordon's Oswald, Richard's Governor Connolly because he's big and stupid. I'm the president
Oi, how come you get to be the president?
because it's my sofa. Anyway, this still isn't going to work. We need a Mrs. Connolly and a Benjamin Zapruder as well as a second gunman.
Alleged second gunman.
I can do a ledge.
We're still too short. Nora, go next door and get Jean and Frank, would you?
Don't be ridiculous. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
You're not taking this seriously.
Correct.
We can't have an assassination without eyewitness documentary footage, woman. We need a Benjamin Zapruder stand-in.
This is the last time, Howard.
Get Frank to bring his Polaroid, would you? Now, we need a few reference works.
Jesus, I wouldn't put it past you to have a map of fucking Dealey Plaza in there.
This is going to be fun. Now, in order to avoid confusion, I fashioned some signs to clarify what's what. So over here, we have, of course, the grassy knoll. The limousine is here. And through here, at a remove of several hundred yards, we have the Texas Book Depository. Now, I also have some nameplates for everyone. Bob, you are the second gunman.
Alleged.
Alleged.
Gotcha.
Hey, if dummy here is Governor Connolly, where's his big fuck-off hat?
Eh?
Well, notwithstanding Richard's stunning acting abilities, I can't believe in him as the governor without a hat.
Aha. His own wife wouldn't know the difference, would you?
I don't know what's going on. I'm frightened.
Hey, Langer, where's my gun?
This is a good idea. Watch. Quite good, that. And a new world wine at an affordable price, too. Gives the genuine blood effect. I don't think we can manage brain matter, not without getting porridge everywhere.
All right. Fortunately, I have memorized the performance capacities of the 6.5 Mannlicher Carcano rifle. You are one dead president.
Let's do it. Everyone, places. This egg timer is the signal to fire. Bob, I have an alleged weapon for you.
What the fuck's this?
So Kennedy was iced to death by an aggrieved baker.
It's all we have. At the correct moment, you will both fire. The second gunman, alleged second gunman, has white wine in her icing syringe-style rifle. We will prove that only white wine could conceivably splatter the front area. Richard, Jean, Nora, to the limousine. All right. Does everyone know what they're doing? It is time.
There it is. There. That's it.
Jesus, he's covered in blood. He must be dead or something.
Remain calm, Nora. It's only wine.
You all right, mate?
Gordon, dear, say something.
What did you see?
For God's sake, coward, give it a
He
rest.
saw something important.
Support his head.
He wasn't pointing at the grassy knoll. He was looking the other direction. Towards the railway overpass. Gordon, grunt if you were pointing at the railway overpass.
He was pointing at the standard lamp next to the stereo. Go away, Howard, you're in the way. He's moving.
What does it mean? What's he talking about? Speak to me. Tell me the answer.
I think he said, I'm going to be sick.
What's going on? Where the fuck am I? Why is that man wearing pajamas? Oh, Jesus, I'm covered in blood!
It's only wine. Gordon, please tell me you remember something.
I remember the dessert. Very nice tiramisu, thanks, Nora. Anything else after that's a bit of a blur, I'm afraid. Nah, don't worry. You can sponge it out or let it dry and scrape it off later on. What are you all dressed up for, Nora? Hey, Richard. Nice hat, mate. What's the story? Give us a fag, someone, will you?
I don't know what's going on. I'm frightened.
Oh, sorry. Where is everyone?
I knew how foolish it seemed, but Gordon in his drunken epiphany had grasped something profound. The glassy-eyed stare and gaping mouth betrayed a deep revelation that had now been lost to us. There it is. There it is. There what is? And where?
Howard? Howard? I think I should go away, don't you? We need some time apart. Maybe you should go away to a big house in the country.
I don't understand.
Well, we just don't seem to talk about anything real.
No, I mean, I don't understand this. I don't see how he could have fallen.
Fuck off!
Unless he was pushed.
Thank you.